Hello and welcome to Project Cars Pro, a piece of commercial software for location-based entertainment. In this video we'll be taking a look at the very easy steps of setting up a multiplayer session within the Project Cars Pro config panel, and then also taking a look at the player's perspective of a multiplayer session. In order to set up a multiplayer session, in the config panel a staff member will need to go into the config game section and enable the multiplayer option that is available. Upon doing so, you will be reminded in order to hit that initialization button within the main config window. And when you do, a network registration window will open where you can enter any of the IP addresses available within the venue, and then hitting register and waiting for the acknowledge flag to turn green, a network will be created and the venue will be multiplayer ready. By selecting the connections button, you'll be able to view which machines are connected to this config panel. Once all other categories and options have been configured in the config panel, you can then hit start game. The player will be taken to a waiting for players to join screen where other players will be able to connect to the same multiplayer session within a certain time frame, which is set up in the timing section of the configuration panel. Once all the players are connected, they can then choose their difficulty level. The next screen that the player comes across will be the track selection, where they can choose the scenario that they would like to drive in, and then after selecting their desired track and scenario, they can then go ahead and select the car that they wish to drive in. But in order for a player to make a selection, they need to highlight the option that they wish to choose and wait for the countdown timer to reach 0, as these screens will be synchronized across all players joining that multiplayer session. Once the players' vehicles have been selected, they'll be taken to a ready to race screen where a dedicated server will automatically be launched from the player's pod who first selected the multiplayer option. The players will then go into the multiplayer session and they can have fun racing and competing against each other, and at the end of the race the dedicated server will automatically be taken down and a new dedicated server will automatically be created when a new multiplayer session is launched. As you can see, creating multiplayer sessions within Project Cars Pro is a very easy and fluid process, and that is going to conclude everything for this video. Thanks very much for watching.